never heard of Jesus. Heard of Young Buck, Lil Wayne, and Young Jeezy. No one's signing up to go on missions this summer. Rather sit at home and watch Exhibit Pimp in a Hummer. While a 9-year-old is shot down, no one's screaming stop. Now no bridge illustrations for criminals who on lockdown. People deep in Africa looking for an answer, bruh. Chinamen are dying, man, until they know who died for sin. So look what grace did, not for us to stay here inside our comfort zones at home in mama's basement. Get out on the grind, y'all, ain't no better time, dawg. Know you read the Great Commission, let me just remind y'all. Make disciples of the nations, teach them to obey the Lord. Hate to never lead someone to Christ before I face the Lord.
Days. Man, it's been great. It's been awesome. What have we gotten done so far? We fixed the inverter.
Fixed the inverter on the radio tower. Got it working.
Because they weren't able to broadcast because of it. So we got that installed. That's probably one of the bigger things we've done.
Oh, it's huge. It's a huge thing to make.
And then two.
Really nothing.
No, we got the solar here.
Okay, so we landed our plane and we had to store the solar stuff at the airstrip. So we got the donkey carts to bring it in here, which was a big deal because nobody wants to work around here.
Yeah, very true.
So we got that done. And then today we made an agreement to purchase beds for pretty cheap, so that's good. And then we got
purchased.
Well, we haven't purchased it yet, but we made a contract
to purchase
2 loads of gravel and 1 load of sand. But the tractor didn't work, so we're going to have to bring it all in on donkey carts.
Yeah. Ooh, pull a chair up.
Pull a chair up, Blake.
Which side?
Middle.
Yeah. So we purchased that today. We're supposed to get the sand today, but we don't. I mean, it's got.
I have often dreamed of a far-off place where a great warm welcome will be waiting for me, where the crowds will cheer when they see my face, and a voice keeps saying, "This is where I'm meant to be." I will find my way. I can go the distance. I'll be there someday. If I can be strong, I know every mile will be worth my while. I would go most anywhere to feel like I belong. go most anywhere to find where I belong.
The sand that he walked was also his band. The words that he spoke made the people assume there wasn't too much left in the upper room. With skins on his back and hair on his face, they thought he was strange by the locusts he ate. You see the Pharisees trip when they heard him speak until the king took the
Names, how you think about them,
Yeah.
over a week.
Over
Praise
a
God.
week.
Yeah.
It's been a long journey. But how many meals? That's what meals? No, that's 14 meals. 14 meals.
meals, no dollar.
No Bible,
That's not a good ratio.
Not at all.
deadly ratio.
So we purchased that today. Hopefully tomorrow.
Purchase your bathroom.
No, we purchased the sand.
Oh, yeah.
We also took. Blake, you want to talk to him about the UN?
Yes. So, UN, they've come through for us, which is very uncharacteristic of the UN, in fact. Not that bad mouth them.
But we are.
Praise the Lord
yeah.
for them, of course. They're gonna, when the plane lands with the compound materials it seems, we pray that it happens, and they'll load one of their large atabias up with all the stuff. And they'll try to take the new compound. If not, they'll store it at the facility until we can get donkey carts free of charge.
Don't pay.
Perfect.
It's huge.
So it'll be much easier for us logistically. We are all logisticians.
Yes.
Petitions.
Official
Yeah.
title.
Officially.
Uh,
We'll praise God for that.
yes.
An image flashed across my TV screen. Another broken heart comes into view. I saw the pain and I turned my back. Why can't I do the things I want to? I am willing yet I'm so afraid. You give me strength when I say I wanna be your hands, I wanna be your feet. I'll go where you send me, I'll go where you send me. Be your hands, I'll be your feet. I'll go where you send me, I'll go where you send me. And I'll try, yeah, I'll try to touch the world like you touch my life. And I'll find my way to be your hands. I'll abandon every selfish thought. I'll surrender everything I've got. You can have everything I am, and perfect everything I'm not.
Because before Nasser, we were in Arua. We drove from Kampala to Arua on bus. We slept most of the way, but
Yeah,
we had a huge bus. Stayed in Arua. Supposed to be only for one night, but the rains came in Nasser. We were forced to.
We were forced to all sleep in one bed.
Yeah.
It was a forcing issue.
Yeah. James forced us.
We didn't pay $300,000 for 2 rooms, but right?
Right, yeah, no,
Well,
that's true.
No, we didn't.
And they didn't have another bed to sleep in.
No, no.
Or two other beds.
And there weren't 2 other beds.
Our hands were tied.
So literally,
We really
just tied our hands.
So that was good. So the next day,
That was good.
Jay, you know that'll
That old copter.
yeah, old codger.
Mustache.
He decided to push it. He wanted to try to fly us in, even though the who said not to? Was it Cadet who said not to, or was it MSF? Or a lot of people said not to, but he said he was our pilot from AIM. He said let's see if we can get it. And as we were approaching the landing zone, do you remember? Did he say you had the headphones on? Did he say anything?
He said, "God, that's wet." That's what he said.
And it was.
It was very.
What was it?
It is really wet. So he decided to kindly take us 100 miles northeast to Doro.
Upon arriving in Doro, and keep in mind
Things got buck wild.
keep in mind that these guys had 45 minutes notice that we would be arriving.
Yes, true.
1,200 kgs
Of pure man.
And so they graciously brought their quad bikes out, loaded us up, took it out to the compound.
Yes. Some would call forward.
Some would call that.
There's SIM, by the way. SIM mission.
SIM, TM.
TM.
Serving in monasteries.
Exactly. Exactly the same.
No?
No.
What is it?
So I believe it's mission.
That makes sense.
Okay.
So they loaded us up, and we then decided, upon arriving and feeling very much settled in, and we have control of the area of Dora, we just have to go on a little adventure. A little adventure, if you will.
Oh yeah, into the river.
To the river.
Yeah.
Now this is a tributary of the Sabat. The Sabat's a tributary of the Nile. It all feeds to the Mediterranean somehow, we know it. So we wanted to put our feet in the water. We walked down. Jason grabbed several pigs by the feet.
Yeah.
We have pictures.
We have pictures of it. And then he put the goat in a stone cold thoracic submission. And the goat proceeded to follow us maybe around a mile or 2 miles.
A while.
Yeah.
Maybe it was a mile.
So
Came upon a woman birthing, I believe.
Yes.
that had to have been.
Had to be the woman birthing.
Most god awful noise I've ever
It
heard.
was a scream.
Yeah. She was either birthing or being murdered, but we just thought culturally we
Birthing's
should
more-
investigate.
Yeah.
So pray for her.
For the bare necessities, the simple bare necessities.
Forget about your worries and your strife.
I mean the bare necessities, or Mother Nature's recipes that bring the bare necessities of life.
Oh, we went to this little village. It was really nice. It was flat, palm trees around the whole thing. Little village of between. It was really nice. It was quite fantastic.
So quaint.
It was very quaint. We shared our fruit.
Yeah, we did.
Loins. I believe it was.
We shared the fruit of our loins together.
Yeah, we did. Maybe fruit of the loons. That's what it was.
Yeah.
That's what it was. And went to the river. It was nice. Yeah.
It was so.
What happened after that?
It was great. Well, okay. So we didn't want to get all of our clothes wet, so we stripped down to the bare minimum, the essentials, our undies, pantaloons, swam while all the village children were butt naked.
Yeah.
It was quite a scene.
Yeah, definitely.
But we didn't, so we didn't want to get our clothes wet. So we got done swimming, headed our way back, put our clothes back on that were dry. And so we were so busy like playing with the kids and stuff and teaching them. What were we teaching them?
I know Jesus was one.
And I know Giggum was there.
Yeah.
Giggum was there.
With some whoops and giggles. That we weren't really paying attention to where we were going, but we knew that we made a couple cuts up to the left going, so we assumed that we should make a couple cuts to the right going back. Unfortunately, we just didn't know where those cuts needed to be made, so we kept making cuts to the left on the way back, and kind of ended up getting turned around and lost.
And the rains came.
Yeah, conveniently when we were lost. I mean, it's pouring down rain, so our efforts to stay dry were futile.
I mean, it was a team building exercise.
It was.
yeah.
We had an internet at 6:30, and we were trying to get to. Thank you. And we were nervous, William and Carissa and Tariq, we did not want to be late for them.
Yeah.
So-
Well, Blake did a good job planning this exercise of getting lost and coming together.
I mean, you would have sworn he didn't, he was really lost. But, I mean, I'm sure he knew where he was all the time.
So we made it out alive.
Yeah.
Made it to dinner 20 minutes early.
Yeah, time to
Some sort
spare.
of pasta with lack and cow cheese. It was amazing.
Ooh, that cheese.
It was good cheese.
Good cheese.
Went to bed.
Let's go. Oh, what's your life, man? I know a lot of people that are scared they gon' die. Couple of them thinking they'll be living in the sky. While I'm here living, man, I gotta ask why. What am I here for? I gotta figure out. Waste my life, no, I gotta make it count. If Christ is real, then what am I gonna do about everything in Luke 12:15? Out of 21, you really gotta go and check it out. Paul said, if Christ ain't resurrected, we wasted our lives. But that implies that our life's built around Jesus being alive. Every day I live, we're trying to show the world why Christ is more than everything you'll ever try. Better than pretty women and sitting and living to get a minute of any women a minute you admire. It ain't no lie, we created for him. Out of the dust, he made us for him. Alexa said he saves us for him. Jesus comes and he breaks us for him. Magnify the Father, why bother with something lesser? He made us so we could bless him. To the world we confess him, resurrect him. So I know I got life. Matter of fact, better man, I know I got Christ. You don't see his ways in my days and my nights. You can hit my brakes, you will stop my life. Man, I lost my rights, lost my life. Forget the money, cause the toss that ice. The cost is Christ. They can never offer me anything.
To find a mountain of work for us to do.
Yeah.
And we were
Dr. Rob.
Dr. Rob and Miss Nancy.
Woke us up at the ungodly hour of 8 o'clock.
And it made us feel like real men.
Yes.
Cup of coffee.
Yes.
So yeah, so we basically helped build his house, or most of it. And there we met a man named Big John.
Big John.
Who, great guy. I don't know where he's from. I don't remember where he's from.
Kenya.
Kenya.
Italian.
Great guy. We had tea with him that day or the next day. We sat and had tea with him. Great guy. So we met a few other workers there, and basically just worked on the house all day. And I'm trying to think what we ate that day. I think.
Oh, was it nothing?
Yeah,
I think maybe nothing.
Yeah. We had about
Delicious.
2 loaves of bread for lunch with jam.
A loaf. By loaf he means a piece.
Yes, a piece, not a loaf. I'm sorry. And then oatmeal for breakfast.
Pack of oatmeal each.
1 pack of oatmeal each. And for dinner, I think we had spaghetti that night.
Oh yeah. It made up for all of our calorie loss that day.
Yeah. And
I would say I was at about a negative 800 calorie intake before dinner,
Yeah.
and somewhere around 100 to 200 plus intake
Afterwards.
Yeah. It's good.
Refreshing.
So after that, we went to bed hoping to, there was a slim chance that we could fly the next day.
Yeah.
But obviously, I know
did not stand up.
I know William wanted us. He thought we could make the window.
Yeah. He was pushing.
And the fact is, we probably could have.
Yeah.
I mean, who knows? Hindsight.
We chanced it. We loaded the plane up that night, chanced it, and it rained that night as well. We thought surely it would rain in Austin. There was no way we were getting there.
Yeah.
And we missed the window.
Yeah.
Well, I think the main reason William was pushing is because James was stirring all the white women up in Doro, in the village.
It's a curse. It's a curse.
Do you? Oh my gosh.
I mean,
nuts.
There was Vicky, there was Jody, there was Danielle, there was
Vicky.
Man, there was 3 at least, maybe 4.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, a SWAT team.
there's a lot. But, I mean, you can only, there's only one woman for me, though.
Yeah. Who's that?
I mean, I don't know.
Miss Nancy.
Miss Alice.
I would take
Alice.
Miss Nancy.
Yeah.
Dr. Rob's wife?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
She's a sweetheart.
And on the runway of the Enduro, we found an abandoned or a wrecked plane.
Yeah.
Antonov. Some Russians, I guess the story is they were drinking and couldn't land the plane.
You know those Russians, right?
Very good, very good.
So that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Until the soldiers kind of yelled at us to get off and waving their sticks. That wasn't the best. But, I mean, it was still an adventure.
And then we caught a goat and a pig on the way back. And offended many villagers. So that night we ended up getting a good night's sleep even though it rained. And then the next morning we packed up and we...
You've got a friend in me. You've got a friend in me. When the road looks rough ahead and you're miles and miles from your nice warm bed, you just remember what your old past.
If you're watching this, if you can read it, I think it says first aid. Am I wrong?
Yeah, no, I concur.
First aid.
It says first.
One with them. This is a sizable pack.
Plenty of pockets.
A lot of compartments,
Plenty of
pockets on pockets, in fact. Now, the question I want to ask you is how many Band-Aids do you think are in this pack?
Can I guess?
Yeah.
Like 27. You know,
That's
probably a 30 pack. We've
Yeah.
used a couple.
That's a great guess, James.
I'll venture to say even more, maybe even 35.
I would think more. I would think somewhere around 30.
That's an essential first aid item.
It's very essential. What was it?
I'm gonna come up with the number 9.
None. Is it none a number? I mean, I know it's a word.
Yeah. Well, what about? I mean, it could be like the nuns, you know, from the
It
church.
could be a none, and that's not what we mean.
True. No, definitely not. That's
It
a.
means 0 Band-Aids, Cage.
We're not talking about the ladies. We're talking about an amount.
Do you know how many fingers I've pricked since we've been here?
Finger pricker. A lot. He's pricked a lot.
Quite a lot.
You're such a prick.
So, and, you know, we checked the backing list, and we thought, you know what, maybe it was that team members would bring their own Band-Aids. But we checked the list and checked the backing list.
Wrong again.
There, and so I think it's
on you. I think it's on you, Gary King.
Oh, we're just gonna pray that we don't die from lack of bandages, that we might bleed out, you know, blood clots. Just pray that. Thanks and giving.